Want to do? We got some Stick to Sports for you. Welcome back to Season 10, Episode 2 of Stick to Sports. We have a jam-packed rundown of topics for all of y'all. So today, boys, let's hear it. Roll it!
Boys, we're starting this week off on a sad note for us. The New York Yankees are facing elimination tonight in Game 3 of the ALDS, letting the Blue Jays put up double digits on us in the first two games. We'll give a live update on what could be the end of the Yankee season in a little bit, but Connor, give me some answers. What is going on?
Well, Mike, I mean, the Yankees are just flat out getting outplayed in pretty much every facet of the game. I mean, their pitching has been terrible. You look at Luis Gil, he got flat out shelled in Game 1. His velocity has been down this entire year. Looks nothing like his Rookie of the Year performance from last season. Max Fried, the Yankees' supposed ace of their staff, got completely shelled in Game 2 by that Jays lineup. And, I mean, the Yankees just flat out cannot win in Toronto, Mike. This year, the Jays are 6-1 against the Yankees in Toronto, but only 2-4 against them in the Bronx. So with Toronto having home field advantage in the series, the odds are certainly not in the Yankees' favor.
And speaking of home field advantage, Connor, what about Toronto's golden child, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., dude? He is the bane of the Yankees' existence. Regular season, postseason, don't matter. He's putting that contract to good use. He recorded the first Blue Jays grand slam in postseason history in the third inning in that Game 2. And let's also talk, this is the postseason of rookie star outings by rookie pitchers. I mean, we saw Cam Schlittler in the wild card round against the Red Sox, and rookie Trey Savage, put up a Toronto postseason record of 11 strikeouts in 5.1 no-hit innings against the Yankees. He had a disgusting splitter that caused the Yankees to strike out the first 7. I mean, he was absolutely dominant, and once the Yankees got down so much, there was no way of getting back in that game.
100%. Kind of, you touched on it. The bullpen kind of falls apart when the Yankees we take out the ace. We can't really seem to keep pitching once when the one guy one guy's out.
Yeah, and staying in the AL, the Mariners and Tigers are currently playing Game 3 right now. Just kidding, that actually ended. The Mariners came out on top by a score of 8-4, officially taking a 2-1 lead in this series. Alex, tell me a little about these M's as they hope to put away Detroit tomorrow night.
Yeah, so, Connor, the thing about Detroit is Detroit relies so heavily on Tarek Skubal and that Game 1 performance that he has patented at this point. Every Game 1 performance he has had, he is going deep into 7 innings. He is putting up double-digit strikeouts. And the problem with Detroit is when that doesn't happen, or Tarek fumbles a little bit, then the Tigers are lost. Their hitting numbers are not excellent at all. I mean, we have seen them this postseason against the Guardians, put up 2 runs and get away with it, or, put up 3 runs and barely eke by. And that's not a winning formula when you're facing a Seattle roster with powerful bats in Julio Rodriguez, in Cal Raleigh, in Eugenio Suarez, in Josh Naylor. They have so much explosive firepower. The Mariners, I think, will take this series.
I agree with you, but the Mariners have Raleigh, right? And when you rely on Tariq Skubal, it's not a recipe for success. I agree with what you said, but also errors were the name of the game for this series. There were a ton of errors that were easily could be scooped up to get them out, and the Tigers just couldn't scoop them up. They couldn't pick up the ball and throw to get the guys out.
Yeah, and I think the game changer, especially in this game we saw tonight, was J.P. Crawford. 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and a homer really gave them that edge there in that victory.
He was certainly effective in Game 2 with those 2 massive home runs off of arguably the best pitcher in the American League, going to win his second back-to-back Cy Young this year, Tarek Skubal.
Absolutely. If that defense does not work out for Detroit, But we'll head over to the NLDS now. The Dodgers and the Phillies have an absolute roller coaster start of a series so far. With lead changes, dominant pitching performances, and clutch homers, the Dodgers have shown their resilience by taking a 2-0 lead over Philadelphia. So, Sammy, what do the Phillies need to do to save their season down 2-0?
Pray. My best answer is pray. But I will say that hope is not all lost. The Phillies, Game 2, Phillies did start the mountain comeback, right? It was just they were coming back. It was just some bad calling by the management or the manager, Rob Thompson. He made a questionable decision to have Stoll bunt it. And
yes.
Oh, sorry, Stott. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. Stott bunt it, and Castellanos could not make it in. It was a double play. And it just it killed all the momentum they had.
I mean, I think you really have to look at it in this way. It's the Dodgers. We knew this team was going to be phenomenal in the playoffs. We've seen them being phenomenal in the playoffs year after year. They won it all last year, whooping the Yankees in the World Series. And the Phillies have a tough task. I don't want to completely count them out because series isn't over till it's over, but this Phillies team has a long climb to go.
They certainly do, Mike. I know you're not going to count them out, but I will. They're sending their former ace, Aaron Nola, to the mound in Game 3. This season, Nola's 5-10 with a 5.01 ERA. He has by far been the worst pitcher on this very good Phillies starting staff, unfortunately without Zach Wheeler, who was out for the season. But flat out, I mean, the stars of this Philly team, Harper, Turner, Schwarber, Realmuto, and Castellanos, 5 for 35. That's batting 142 with 13 Ks and 0 home runs. Phillies are built on long ball. If you're not going to hit the long ball and your star players making all that money are not going to produce, you're not going to win.
And Connor, I was literally going to say the same exact thing. We're starting to see a trend with Philadelphia. Last year, that's what happened in the postseason. And just quick, I want to shout out Teoscar Hernandez. He is batting 250, 3 home runs through 4 games in this first couple of series. It's incredible to see. He is their MVP of the playoffs so far.
All right, moving over to Milwaukee, the Brewers took a 2-0 lead over the Chicago Cubs with a hat trick of homers. The two teams will head to Wrigley Field for Game 3, where the Brewers hope to win their first playoff series since 2018. Mike, do you think the Cubs have a shot of a comeback, or are the Brewers going to punch their ticket to the NLCS?
With the way the Cubs are hitting right now, Sammy, I do not. I mean, 3 hits in this game against the Brewers, it just isn't going to cut it. And we saw it in the first game as well. They need to hit the ball. They need to make contact. They need to put the ball in play and get something done.
That graphic on the bottom of your screen brings up the 21-year-old outfield phenom for the Brewers, Jackson Chourio. He had a massive 3-run home run off Daniel Palencia, and this is after Chourio had to leave Game 1 due to a hamstring injury, so he's playing a little hurt. I mean, Alex, I know I mentioned the offensive player, but can you tell us a little bit about that star pitcher for the Brewers, another young player?
Absolutely, Connor. Jacob Mizorowski, a name that came into this league.
The Miz.
The Miz. He made the All-Star game after just 6 starts in the league. Insane. The velocity on this guy. He came in, Connor mentioned a great point behind the scenes, but they didn't want Jacob Mizorowski starting this game because he's a rookie, and they didn't want to rattle him in any way. So they brought him out of the bullpen in the 3rd inning. He came in and pitched 3 scoreless innings. He pitched 57 pitches, and 31 of them were above 100 miles an hour. His first 8 pitches reached over 102 miles an hour. And when they asked him about it, he simply just said, the adrenaline took hold of me. I love that fire, and I love that coaching decision that they mentioned. The Brewers just look like such a polished team, and they're going to go to the NLCS.
100%. I just want to say the Brewers ran a bullpen game last game, and it paid off for them. They didn't have any starters, and they didn't need to.
Yeah.
Well, let's put the bats down for a little bit for a quick break. When we come back, we'll look at some of the most electric games of the NFL's Week 5. You're watching Stick to Sports here on WTOP 10.
If you like action, romance,
if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this.
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn. Tune in to new episodes of Oh Boy! Only on WTOP.
Look at the number of disasters in the U.S. Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts. It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back into Stick to Sports. We're going to transition from the diamond to the frozen tundra as we were treated a very competitive slate of NFL games this past weekend. Starting with the 1 o'clock slate, we were treated an amazing 18-point fourth quarter comeback by Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. They defeated the Philadelphia Eagles 21-17. The win officially snapped Philly's absurd 20-game win streak dating back to last season. Alex, how did the Broncos pull this thing off?
One word, Mike. Defense. Straight defense. I want to highlight one specific person on this Broncos defense, and his name is Nick Bonito. Most underrated defensive player in the NFL right now. You can quote me saying that. He has 7 sacks in 5 games this year. He's leading the NFL. In this game against the Eagles, who have a very good O-line, he had 2.5 sacks on 3 QB pressures. We could see, boys, with Pat Surtain winning DPOY last year, if Nick Bonito wins DPOY, that would be the first time since Ed Reed and Ray Lewis to have back-to-back DPOYs, different players, same team in back-to-back years. 2003, 2004, when we were all born.
Certainly some Hall of Fame level company.
Absolutely. So defense won that game. Eagles didn't play awful. They just got complacent. And Hurts did a nice job of spreading around the ball.
Oh, my God.
He did.
Not again.
And Devontae Smith had 114 yards.
Guess who didn't have any yards, though? A.J. Brown.
53.
Okay, 53. He was third in receiving yards.
Nick Bonito. Write the name down.
All right, I do want to talk about the Eagles stalled, man. They had a 14-point lead heading into the fourth quarter, I think, and they just couldn't get it done. It was three drives, negative 21 yards, 3 punts. There was nothing they could do to stop the Broncos defense. I agree. Defense was the name of the game, and they showed it. Bo Nix came alive in the fourth quarter with help from J.K. Dobbins, but.
Showing he's a leader.
Yeah, showing he's a leader. It was great grit. It was great that he didn't give up on the game, and that's what winners do. Winners don't give up.
And I think the biggest question this game brings up is, are the Eagles a legitimate team? Of course, still a really solid team, the Broncos as well. But the Eagles dropped this game. They had a couple close ones early in the season, almost lost to the Giants.
I don't.
They actually have not played the Giants yet this week. They
Am I
play on
tweaking?
Thursday
Am I
for the
tweaking?
first time.
Am I tweaking?
I don't want
I'm
to
tweaking.
blow up your spot there.
I don't think there's anything to worry about.
Anyway, moving on to the 4 o'clock slate, we were treated to an all-time quarterback duel between Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. The Bucs were bolstered by Baker's absurd 87.9 completion percentage, which is the highest of any QB so far in 2025, as they took down the Seahawks by a score of 38-35. Sammy, are the Bucs serious NFC contenders if Baker continues to keep playing like this?
I'm going to give you some stats. Baker Mayfield, 29 for 33, 379 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That man played insane. He was just slinging it, dude. I loved watching Baker Mayfield light it up. It was absolutely insane. And you know what? Baker's not the only guy that help that won this game. Levante David had a sliding interception on Sam Darnold to set McLaughlin up for a game winner field goal. This game was the game of the week. It might be the game of the year right now. And I believe that Baker Mayfield and the Bucs are legitimate contenders for the Super Bowl.
I like it.
I mean, plain and simple, Bucks get it done week after week. Of course, did pick up that one loss, but again, they've lost or won every game by one possession. Baker Mayfield knows what he needs to do, and he gets it done consistently every week for this team with the help of that star-studded cast around him.
Absolutely.
I think the story of this game was the injuries on Seattle's defense. They were missing DeMarcus Lawrence, Julian Love, and Devon Witherspoon, all very big key starters for them. That ultimately manifested itself in the third down stat. The Bucks converted on 7 of 11 third downs, and that, of course, takes its toll later in the game. Seattle's defense just couldn't get off the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Banged up defenses. But let's highlight something else. The clash of the Ohio State receivers. Emeka Egbuka is running away right now with the Offensive Rookie of the Year. He is 4th in the league, not just in rookies, just any receiver in the league in yards with 445, 5 touchdowns to go along with that too. He had 163 yards in this game, and then we have Jackson Smith in Jigba, 132 yards in this game, 2nd in the league. The Ohio State boys are disgusting. But let's move on to a different receiver. Well, Stephon Diggs. He was certainly waiting all day for his Sunday night as he made his return to Buffalo for the first time since the Bills traded him to Houston in April of 2024. The Patriots, bolstered by a vengeful Diggs and a career game from Drake May, just edged past the Bills with 52-yarder last-second field goal. So, Mike, did Mike Vrabel save the Patriots straight up?
I think it's too soon to say that he has saved the Patriots week 5 of the season, but it is a huge step in the right direction from where they were. I mean, you look at Drake May, and he is playing, I don't want to say at the level of Tom Brady, but he's playing so well for this team.
He's
22 for 30, 273 yards, no interceptions, no turnovers. We don't talk about Ramondre Stevenson. He had a couple. But I think this Patriots team has taken a huge step in the right direction, and Bills didn't play their best game, so a good win for the Patriots, but still a lot of work to be done.
Ramondre Stevenson, don't fumble the ball challenge level, impossible. Just real quick, want to give some love to Diggs. 10 receptions, 146 yards. 119 of those yards came in the second half, so he clearly turned it on when it mattered the most. And little Patriots stat, this is the first time through 5 games that they've had an over 500 record since 2019. So maybe Vrabel did kind of save them.
Yeah, and Connor, the thing that Vrabel brings to this team is just his defensive mind. Just the fact we haven't seen the Bills turn over the ball like that this season. And at halftime, when the game is 6-3 and you're holding the Bills to 6 points and you force 2 fumbles, you're forcing an interception, Vrabel is doing something right over there.
I 100% agree. Let's not forget, though, Mac Jones did make a Pro Bowl in his career. All right, we're going to take a quick break here on Stick to Sports, but when we come back, it's time for Mike's Fast Break. As well, we're going to cover the Giannis Buck saga, Connor McDavid extension, and our NHL regular season predictions right here on WTOP 10.
Get rid of all the questions.
If only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP 10.
Welcome to the Fast Break. I've got some burning hot questions to ask the guys. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. NHL season is finally here, and so are contract extensions. Oilers superstar Connor McDavid signed a 2-year, $25 million contract to help bring home a Stanley Cup. Well, he could have gotten a record-breaking $19.1 million this season. He passed that up to help the Oilers with their cap and make the best team possible. Alex, who are the winners and losers of this signing?
Well, straight up, Mike, one of the winners is Connor McDavid in general. Yes, you could argue that he wasn't a winner because he didn't take more money. But how I see it is with that extra cap space to help out fill a roster, Connor McDavid can establish, even if it's only a 2-year contract, he can establish a little bit more of his legacy here in Edmonton. And I just think that, considering that the back-to-back champion Panthers captain, Alexander Barkov, is out with a season-long injury, it's pedal to the metal right now for the Oilers, and it is time for them to win. He's a winner, the Oilers are a winner, and the losers of this trade are every team that was going to start a bidding war to get McDavid into their back pocket.
I completely agree. I think that the Oilers are the absolute clear winner here because not only did they kept their superstar in Connor McDavid, he willingly took a pay cut to make a better team, to make a run at the chip. I think that if you have a player who's willing to sacrifice all that money that he knows he can get somebody else, and he has the heart to do that, and winner is the right word, Alex. He's a winner.
Absolutely.
As we wrap up the Fast Break, I want to know what some of your guys' most realistic NHL predictions are. Sammy, we're going to start with you on this one.
I know we said realistic, and I'm sticking to it. I think the Islanders hockey the New York Islanders have a bright future ahead of them. I know. Matthew Schaefer, the #1 overall pick, it looked amazing in the preseason.
It's preseason.
Okay, preseason. Still looked great. Anyway, he made the lineup. He is a starter, and this team right now, I believe, looks like a wild card team. I think that they besides their goalie, I know they don't have a good backup goalie. I know that's not really, but that's besides the point.
I mean,
Matthew
backup fire, young fiery teams we see going into eat their way into the playoffs. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Absolutely, I think Matthew Darch is ushering in a new era of Long Island puck.
Connor, what about you?
Yeah, I'm honestly going to say that the Vegas Golden Knights will make it back to the Western Conference playoffs after being disappointed in round 2 of those playoffs last year to the Minnesota Wild. They just signed Mitch Marner, former core 4 of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and this is a team that already was top 5 in goals scored per game last year and second in power play goals in the entire NHL. I think their offense is going to be humming, and I think they are going to make another deep playoff run this year.
Yeah, I mean, they're, top 2 favored to go back to winning a championship or something? Great hot take, buddy. No, I'm just messing with you.
Let's go Knights!
That's a great prediction. My prediction is, delusional, but I think the Rangers go back to the playoffs this year.
It was realistic.
Yeah, I'm aware, and I just clowned him for making an actual good take. But I think the Rangers go back to the playoffs, and the reason is that GM Chris Drury had a drastic reshape of the roster from last year. Trading away beloved captain Jacob Trouba, and then eventually Chris Kreider. But I'm assuming a lot of bounce-back seasons for the New York Rangers. I'm assuming a good bounce-back year for Adam Fox. I'm expecting Igor Shesterkin to – he didn't have a bad year last year, but he wasn't very consistent. And I think that Zibanejad is going to recapture his game similar to how he did under JT Miller's wing.
Well, that's it for the Fast Break, fellas. We've got extra innings coming at you right after the break.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
If you like action, romance,
Polly sister, if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this.
floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
There's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Welcome back into Stick to Sports. Last but not least, let's head to extra innings for this week's picks. Taking a look at the leaderboard, Alex and Connor are currently tied for first place, sporting a 2-1 record on the season. I'm in third at 1-2, and Stammy's in the basement at 0-3. Bringing it down to Baltimore, the Los Angeles Rams will travel across the country to M&T Bank Stadium. We're a little sneak peek of our picks. Sunday, they face the Ravens with Lamar Jackson being questionable. Connor, who do you see coming out on top?
I like the Rams by a score of 30-24. I mean, with Lamar being questionable and this Ravens defense being second worst in the league, only behind Mike's Cowboys, I don't see how Baltimore can win.
I agree with you, Connor. I have the Rams here. I'll take a bite at Dillian again. I forgot my score. But the Rams are coming off of an overtime loss to the 49ers. And again, it's a QB carousel right now in the Ravens locker room. I think the Rams are coming for vengeance. Give me the Rams.
Are you guys forgetting who the GOAT is at quarterback for the Ravens right now? Cooper Rush?
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
No.
Oh, yeah.
The man's name is Cooper.
Listen, man. I think that Cooper Rush, even if Lamar Jackson doesn't play, Cooper Rush gets it done. I think the Ravens take it.
Okay.
I think Rams win, and I don't think it's going to be close. I think 38-17, and 17 is generous.
Someone had to be the outlier.
Hey, that could be your win.
All right. Staying in the NFC West, the San Francisco 49ers and Mac Jones will be forced to walk the plank, matey, as they travel to Tampa Bay to face Baker Mayfield and the Bucs. Honestly, guys, for this one, I'm going Bucs 35, Niners 28. The Niners have too many key injuries to Purdy, Kittle, Ayuk, Pearsall, and Jawan Jennings. Too many injuries on offense. Give me Baker.
Yeah, but they got the power of friendship, and they have Christian McCaffrey. And Christian McCaffrey, the Buccaneers are giving up the one of the teams to give up the top 5 most receiving yards to running backs, and that's Christian McCaffrey's wheelhouse. Give me the Niners to give the Buccaneers their second loss of the season.
I would like to formally apologize to Mac Jones. I said you couldn't get it done 2 weeks ago, and you did. So give me the Bucs.
Give you the Bucs. There you go.
I'm taking the Bucs too, and I think they're going to stay with those close games, win it 31-28. So a tight one there between the two.
Okay, I like it, boys. Finally, on Sunday Night Football, the Detroit Lions will travel into Arrowhead Stadium to face Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. With the Chiefs struggling so far out the gate, Sammy, how do you see this one playing out?
I think that they're playing in Arrowhead. We're going to see some of that black magic. I think Mahomes is gonna win against the Lions. I think it's going to be a close match, but I think the Chiefs are going to edge us out somehow.
And Sammy, I'm going to have to go with you. The Chiefs' voodoo devil magic always seems to get it done. Of course,
especially
didn't against the Jaguars last night, as Trevor Lawrence fell twice on the game-winning touchdown.
They weren't at Arrowhead, though.
Duval. But I think this is going to be a phenomenal game. This Detroit Lions offense is really, really solid. I got the Chiefs 28-27. An interesting score.
I like that. I like that.
I'm going to break up this Chiefs glaze that we have on the show right now. I've got the Lions winning 24-21. I think it's going to be close. I think the refs are going to make it a little close for the Chiefs here. But this is a great matchup for the Lions run game. The Chiefs allow 4.8 yards per carry this season. That's 7th most in the NFL. I think this is going to be the Sonic and Knuckles show between Gibbs and Montgomery.
I love it, Connor. Great interpretation. I just think we saw such a good and pesky Lions defense against the Ravens. We have seen them time and time again, get sacks, get pressure on the QB. Mahomes great at scrambling, but I also got the Lions here. I don't have confidence in the Chiefs defense. You're putting up a 30-piece to the Jaguars, and no hate to the Jaguars. The Jaguars got a very talented offense, but I just don't see. I see Jared Goff and I see Amon-Ra getting into the end zone 2 to 3 times. Just give me the Lions.
No
honestly.
faith in Tyquan Thornton.
It's like,
No faith in Tyquan
Travis
Thornton.
Kelce
Right
didn't have a resurgence game, dude. He's going to propose to Taylor Swift again.
Yeah. No.
All right. But that's all the time we have on this episode of Stick to Sports. Be sure to tune in again 2 weeks from now, right here on WTOP 10. Oh.
Crinkle that up.
Take the bump cam. Take the bump cam.
Bump cam. Bump cam.
Bump cam.
Bump cam.